Welcome to HipHopGemsTV. We back again with yet another gem. Queens is definitely in the fucking building. I got my guy TGIFLY in the building, man.
Yo, what's goody? What's the word, man?
What's the word with you, man? How you feeling, my brother?
I feel great, man. I can't complain, won't complain.
I mean, we up, we alive, we here. You know what I'm saying? Again, Queens in the fucking building from north side of Rosedale. We here, my brother.
Facts.
I usually get the show started with a intro of like some of your early influences into this hip hop space. So if you mind, you tell us now, man. Who was some people that you were influenced by to get you behind the mic?
Shit, definitely first and foremost, RP to the late great Stack Bundles.
Yes.
Word, that was like, I feel like it was a lot of artists that I fuck with. Like I fuck with Fab, I fuck with Hove. You know what I mean? But Stack, like witnessing him in his prime when he was on his run. I don't even think he had his prime yet, but on his run, like that shit was just mad like exciting to be a part of for me. And just like his charisma is what really stood out to me the most, because I don't feel like I'm like a charismatic person. So or let me not say charismatic, like his energy. For me, I used to portray my energy through like that nigga lyrics. Word.
Okay.
I like the way he rapped, but Stack definitely one of those influences, but I'm more like a Fab,
Okay.
Jay-Z. I mean, more witty wordplay. Could talk to the bitches.
Absolutely.
So, but I'm influenced by good music for real. But that's kind of what it is. I fuck with Nip too.
Okay.
Word.
R.I.P. Nip.
We were R.P. to Nip. That was one of my favorite artists. Like as he started getting his shit rolling. I mean, I just like the message. For me, Nas. It's a lot, bro. I don't want to say a lot of shit that sound cliche. That's why I kind of started with Stack.
Yeah.
But shit, it could be anybody for real.
You hear, and you know, I was definitely gonna ask you this, but being that you kind of brought it up now, like in your music, witty is definitely there. One of the things I do appreciate you is that a lot of your stuff is definitely storytelling, but then also you talking about some shit that, and by some shit I mean things that you have experienced, right? Could you tell us how you decided to come about that writing style rather than opposed to kind of just taking the route of another kind of cliche artist where we just talking regular shit?
I think it was a type of music that I listened to. For real, like I did listen to like a lot of Nas, a lot of Biggie, a lot of Jay-Z. I mean, and I believed them. And then growing up, kind of like hearing the backstories of these type of artists, even Stack. I mean, that kind of set the foundation for what I thought a rapper should be.
Okay.
For me, always transparent, always talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, and being able to tell that shit sometimes chronologically. For me, but when I started to make music, I felt like I'm not a liar. Right? Like I just tell it how I see it, tell it how it is, and that was what I was best at. So that shit just always stuck with me. And then Shahad got locked up, and when I was locked up, I read a lot of books. And one of the books that I did read, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like a book about descriptive imagery. So I was reading English books, nigga. I read a book about, descriptive writing. I read a book about syllables. I was reading wild books that nobody probably would ever read, but that's the type of shit I was on, and I feel like that helped me a lot, especially when I came back. I mean, and I continued to do music. Like the words they just look different to me.
You said that you got locked up, which was again like you covering a lot of ground in this interview, because that was something I was gonna ask you later down the line. two things: descriptive imagery, you being reading rather. When you was getting into books and you was seeing, or when you was reading and really more or less, I want to say, captivated by what you was reading. How did it make you feel upon like your release? Did you feel like, yo, when I get out, I'm gonna change up some things about myself?
Nah. I was ready to keep doing the same shit I was doing as soon as I got home.
Okay.
For me, but I think it wasn't more of it wasn't me wanting to change. That shit in itself changed me. For me, so when I went in, I was a loudmouth, skinny nigga, slick mouth. I mean, say whatever to anybody, and then like kind of getting acclimated to my surroundings, realizing like, yo, nigga, you could dead get punched in your face for saying some wild off the wall shit. Are you ready to deal with that? For me, kind of put a lot of things in perspective for me, and I learned structure. So when I came out, I guess you could say like mentally I might have been rehabilitated. Like I guess it did its job, but like I became a different person. I don't think I came out looking to change anything. I just changed already.
What did you end up going to jail for?
Credit card fraud.
Okay. And how long were you there for?
I did 13 months in LA County.
In LA you was doing that?
Yeah.
Wow. Was there something, your business in LA, were you doing something that led you to go there, or was it something else that?
Shit, I was living out there.
Oh, you was?
Yeah, I had moved to LA. I had moved to LA to work on some music. You know what I mean? And just did some shit that I would normally do, and it just was my turn. For me. And like me and my friends, we had this saying like, nigga, one time always turns into two. Niggas always get locked up again right after the first time. And nigga, I caught my first case. Like, I want to say like 4 or 5 months later, I caught my second case.
For the same thing, for credit
same
card fraud.
thing, facts. Like, I wasn't actually doing, I was just getting caught with the shit on me. And then, nigga, like 2-3 months after that, I got remanded, and that's when I started having to sit and do my time.
Wow, man. In LA County, being a New Yorker, how was that?
It was a culture shock.
I could imagine so, because a lot of the political ties out there is very different from...
Everything is gang related.
Everything is gang related out there.
Everything is gang related. And even though niggas would ask me if I bang, and I'd be like, nah. For me, I got
tattoos.
I got tats. So niggas want to believe me. They don't want to believe me. I mean, but it is what it was. Well, it was what it was. I mean, so you get used to it.
How the fuck did you maneuver in that setting? Fly, like, yo, that's some... LA? LA is wild, bro.
You know, remember how you see me earlier? You said I always got this look to me, right?
Yeah.
Like my first 4 or 5 months, I was only fucking with like my celly. Shout out my dog, my son Don Juan. He from 6-0.
Okay. 6-0
I hope you see this nigga. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean, and he kind of like, I was my man. Like he was letting me know what's what. And then as I started to, you know, come out my shell a little bit more, I started meeting more niggas and piling with niggas. And one nigga told me his name was D-Dog. This nigga was super brolic nigga. Braids, teardrop. He like, yo, they used to call me New York. He like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, when you first came in, we thought you was like a killer.
Yo.
Like, I'm like, all right, why?
Yeah.
It's like, cuz, like, this, like, look at your face. Like, you just like, there's no emotion to it. Like, oh, you just always look angry.
I gotta say this for the camera, yo. Fly is a nice guy when you get to know him, but he has a very, very... His demeanor is just like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, straight like that.
I always say that, and I
like
really
that.
be chilling. I'm probably thinking of some dumb shit in my head right now. Like, as you sitting there thinking, I'm like feeling a way about something.
Yeah.
My mom used to hate that shit. I'm so ashamed to bring you around. You always look so angry, like you're an unhappy kid. I'm like, yo, this is my face. What you want me to do? I'm the youngest.
Oh, that answers it.
Yeah, same thing. You feel me?
Yeah, same thing. That's interesting, man. I mean, but you know what? When you have that demeanor like that, Because at times I've heard that as a kid. As an adult, I haven't really heard that. I think that there's a sense of respect people kind of have off rip. Because now it's like, I don't know how to approach this nigga.
Right.
And I think that's good for some people because it can kind of keep people at a bay where people know not to fuck with you. Or
talk to you.
Or talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So it has its pros and it has its cons. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I'm a nigga. I don't like small talk. I hate
that
small
too.
talk.
I can tell. I mean, we just talked about our interactions.
Yeah, I just keep it brief, bro.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect to nobody, but if you ask me how I'm doing and I say I'm fucked up, what you want to do, nigga? Oh, my fault, bro. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Do you really care? If my man tell me he fucked up, I'm gonna ask him what he need. I'm gonna try to fix it. I mean, so that's why I just think it's a cool gesture. But like, you're not about to fix my shit. So don't sit and act like you finna. We don't have to go down that path. Like, you could just get right to what you told me. You need a favor, what you need, what's going on.
How are you with people who, in this space, because there's a lot of small talk in this space. How are you?
I mean, I play the game.
Okay.
I gotta play the game. I respect the game.
Okay.
For me, but I feel like I could smell bullshit from a mile away. I know the niggas I could tell a genuine person. I watch people interact with other people before I decide to make my decision on it.
Make your decision or make yourself available as well.
Well, not make myself available, but just how I'm gonna view that person. For me, and I feel like a lot of people treat people like they're disposable.
This is very true.
For me, and they might not treat me like that because some people look at me as like somebody they could latch on to.
A come up.
Yeah, come up. For me, or a meal ticket or whatever the case may be. But I watch people treat other people differently, and that's kind of where I start to form my opinion on somebody from how they interact with other people, whether it be people they don't need, people they don't like. I mean, because I know they gonna be on their best behavior around me.
Was this something that you adapted to in terms of like, did certain experiences happen for you to
I
be
think
like
so.
that?
I probably need therapy. For me,
I do too.
We all do. I mean, but definitely a lot of interactions from a youth that shaped that. I mean, I used to wake up like expecting certain things to happen, and it just didn't happen. So I kind of like would try to guess. I guess this is where my anxiety comes from. For me, I would just say it, right? Like, like my pops. I didn't really have much interaction with him like as an adult, but I remember like when I was younger, I would, ask for certain things or expect certain things, and the nigga just didn't do it. So it'd be like, damn, I gotta judge you now. For me, I gotta gauge how you feeling before I ask for something. Because this nigga was always telling me no. It didn't matter what it was just no.
He didn't live at home.
He did for like my first 6 years, and then him and my moms they broke up, or they got divorced or whatever, and then that nigga he moved. But I'm not solely blaming that on him or trying to say that's why I am the way I am, but it's like little interactions like that that taught me to like kind of really analyze who I'm dealing with, because I don't really know you. So now I gotta watch how you interact with other people. And that's what I used to do with my pops.
At a young age, you was able to fucking identify that, bro. That shit is like,
I don't think I identified it then.
Okay.
But as I got older, I kind of understood like, oh, that's why my pops used to do X, Y, and Z, or that's why, my cousin was doing But I feel like at the end of the day, that shit is all just wrapped up in trauma.
It is.
For me. And
that's interesting.
And the biggest thing that I get from that is anxiety. Word. So
You tapping on some shit. This is therapeutic, kid.
Yeah,
I want to know because okay, that interaction is like that with men. Do you have the same approach with women?
I don't know. I think for a while, I mean, being in the streets,
Okay.
you can't really trust anybody. For me, I was watching bitches setting niggas up all the time. For me, so from that perspective, I be feeling like I have like different stages of who I was and how I acted or reacted to things. For me, so it wasn't always like that. Like trying to read who somebody is, I feel like that came from being in the streets. I mean, trying to make sure whoever I'm dealing with is who they say they are. And now that I do music, it's kind of like it's the same, for me, it's the same park, just in a different field.
I've heard many artists who had they share the same views with that. You know, artists who were doing their business in the street, they were able to kind of apply whatever they learned in the street to the music industry or the music space or whatever. And a lot of them say that the transition wasn't hard.
I mean, nigga, I be feeling like if you could survive in the streets, you could survive anywhere. I mean, when I say survive, I mean like nigga not die. For me, but it's just like I'm not saying like I'm like some wild street nigga. I wasn't a nigga I didn't grow up that way. For me, it's just the shit that I was getting into was leading me that direction. For me, so I just learned to adapt to it. But I mean, ultimately, you know not to spit in your hand and shake. You know not to do that. For me, you know not to do certain shit because something like there's repercussions for shit.
Right.
And I feel like for me, the way I was raised was it's right and then it's wrong. So being in the streets wasn't always hard for me because I knew what was right and I knew what was wrong. For me, being in these spaces with other niggas, it's not hard for me to be a solid nigga because I know what's right and I know what's wrong. For me, so sometimes niggas fuck up, but a lot of niggas, they don't own it when they do.
No.
And I feel like that's the difference between me and a lot of niggas. Like, I own that shit. I fucked up. All right, what we gonna do now?
That's something you grew into, or you think that was like...
I think that I was always like that.
Okay.
I was always like a do the right thing type. Like, I'm the friend, if we all right here, and niggas like migrate to like another part, like if we all just walked over there and you left your phone or you left your coat, I'm gonna bring your coat over there. Like, yo, if you walked away and niggas move, I'm not gonna leave your shit there. Watch niggas leave my shit there. And that's when I know, like, okay, you're a bozo. It's wrong for me to judge niggas through my lens, but I just be feeling like it's certain shit, nigga, I wouldn't do.
But also, that you group people with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that kind of, in a way, like that protects you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it allows me to surround myself with the people that I want to be around, even though, you know, you got outliers with other niggas that's just going to be around regardless. But like I said, bro, I watch how people treat other people and I watch how they treat me. For me, and that's how I formulate my opinion on the type of person you are.
I gotta commend you on that one, brother, because that's something that one, I gotta commend you to acknowledge most of the shit that you have acknowledged as a man and peeling back layers, because a lot of us don't get to that point, and when some of us do get to that point where we can identify certain things, like we the already kind of stained people in our surroundings.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody learn at their own pace.
Everybody learn at their own pace, and I think that's where I'm at in my life. You know, I've done things where I might have not done things intentionally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But me just being who I thought I was, you know what I'm saying? Like it hurt other people.
Yeah. Nah, that shit is all growth, bro.
It's all growth, man.
But more importantly, I think for me, I think I'm real self-aware. I'm emotionally intelligent. For me, and even though I'm also emotional, I feel like I could still take and process criticism.
Let me ask you, cause I'm the same way. How do you I
talk to myself.
I do too. Okay.
That's
so
how I do it. I talk to myself.
I was about to say
I already know what you're about to ask me.
Emotional and logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That, and then like I got like 3 niggas. I got 3 people that I always talk to before I finalize anything in my mind. Like in regards to like if it's something I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
Or I'm always asking these 3 people, yo, was I bugging? Like what would you have done, or what should I have done?
Okay.
I mean, it's always good to have that outlet with people because you don't like your thoughts about yourself to be in a vacuum. For me, so it's always 3 niggas, two homies and one homegirl that I always like kind of chat with when it's some shit that I'm unsure about.
They call those people like that, they call them safe people. So when you get to a point where you like if the cup might be overfilling,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and you gotta like tap in with them, they call you safe people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's shout out to the safe people.
Yeah, that's the term for that shit, man.
Yeah, because it be times where I be thinking like, yo, because I overthink a lot. For me
too.
In the process of me becoming self-aware, it's a lot of overthinking involved in that for me. And I be having to just ask somebody else, yo, am I bugging or is this what's going on? And I mean, that's what they there for. It's only people that I look at them as high like caliber people, smart people. For me, I'm not gonna ask a bozo because a bozo is gonna make you look like a bozo.
Or they're gonna give you a bozo answer. You know what I'm saying? And then unfortunately have you in this fucking merry-go-round of the same old shit.
Nah, that's a
you know
fact.
what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's dope that you are able to identify that these people, they can give you what you need and you kind of take a step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes I still can't get out my own fucking way sometimes, but it is what it is. Like, we all a work in progress.
We a work in
progress.
I just finished telling somebody that. We a work in progress, man.
I don't want to sit up here and act like like I'm acting like all high and mighty, because then that's when niggas, yo, you think you know it all. And I get that a lot. And they be like, yo, that's not the case, bro.
Right.
I just know what I know.
You know what you know.
For me,
I know more than you in this case.
Right.
I know, you know what I'm saying?
So
but,
it might sound like I'm trying to get know-it-all. Like, that's like my biggest pet peeve, when niggas call me a know-it-all. Because I get that a lot. But first of all, I'm only speaking on shit I'm well-versed in, or shit that I know about. Like, we talking about basketball, like, niggas want to talk about the Knicks. Like, I've watched the Knicks beat ass for 20 years. I know.
Same here.
I know what's going on, bro. I know this because I've watched everything you could possibly watch on why this is happening. Like, this is why I'm so passionate about it. I'm so passionate about what I'm talking about. And I mean, why I feel like, not that I feel like I'm right, but why I feel like this is really what's happening before our eyes.
Right.
And niggas always have a difference of opinion, and they be like, oh, you don't know it all. And be like, oh, bro, nah, I just watched it. I studied it. For me. And that's what a lot of shit in general. I don't argue about shit I don't know.
I think a lot of people are threatened when they get around people who are more knowledgeable in certain areas.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It could come off.
It could come off very.
Something else. I'm learning to deal with that. Like, my homegirl, she used to tell me about like my influence that I didn't really think that I had, or I didn't really pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And she really like instilled that in me. Like, nigga, you have influence. You think it's not somebody that's not going off what you say?
Right.
I'm like, word, that's crazy.
Absolutely, man. And I think in many cases we undervalue our influence. I think 'cause some of us feel like, yo, you know, we ain't get to a point maybe in our career where we feel like or what we may think influence is. But, you know, there are people out there who are looking at us as influence. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to your homegirl for that shit, bro.
Shout out to her.
Tell us about the single, man. I know you just dropped. I don't even mean to pivot like that, but
we get into it.
Your music is definitely something that that I fucks with. Exactly. Your music is definitely something that I fucks with. Definitely a fan of yours, and
appreciate you.
No doubt. The new single.
Yeah, I dropped Blank Faces.
Blank Faces, absolutely.
Produced by my man Seth. Seth, you owe me a pack, nigga. That's not here nor there. But yeah.
That's about to gear up for a new project.
I ain't gonna lie. All of the shit that I'm dropping, it was for a project. But I got talked out of dropping a project and just, releasing singles. And now I feel like I want to drop a project. Like I don't. The single shit is cool, but I feel like I'm a body of work type of artist. Like if you hear everything in its totality, it's more easy to digest than hearing bits and pieces of what I'm talking about, because everything will tell a story.
Right.
Feel me? So I had a project that I was working on. It was called Get Well Soon. Know what I mean? And I forgot what happened, but niggas like, yo, we gonna drop it like singles. So I'm like, I bet. I thought it made sense to me at the time, and I was doing it. Know what I mean? But I tried it already now. I can do what I want now. But not to cut you off before you get started, but Blank Faces was kind of like about the trap. For me, for anybody that don't know, like that's my niche. Like I feel like right now I'm a niche artist, right? It's not too many niggas that's talking about that scam rap. If it is, I mean, tell them come holler at me. But I mean, it's just a select few of us.
Think that you were one of the innovators.
I was. I mean, that's something I don't even really speak on much. But nigga, I started that shit.
I believe
I started that
innovators
shit.
Of this
when
shit.
I was doing it, niggas was telling me I was bugging, and then, I mean, here we are now.
Right. That's interesting. People was telling you bugging because I'm pretty sure that people was feeling there was going to be some drawback.
Yeah,
or, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, because
you speaking in terms in which your peers know what's up. You know, those who know what's up, who are out there, who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure people was just like, this nigga's bugging.
That's.
But you've turned this shit into art, though. That's what makes it so lit for me as a fan and as a listener, because some, you hear everybody who think of scamming, everybody kind of think of what they're like one way. Nigga, you flipping that shit. One of the hardest shit I heard you say was when you said we the reason Nostrman giving cash back.
Yeah.
That shit had me fucked up, man.
That was a little we had a little run with that. I mean, and for anybody that want to take it literal, like, all right, it wasn't just us, but I mean, it was a whole group of niggas, whether it be from wherever we from, nigga. We was all doing the same shit, nigga. So when I say we, I'm speaking on everybody that was a part of that lifestyle. For me, like that was the craziest. That was the craziest thing I've seen outside of a nigga getting an actual pen, walking to the ATM and just taking shit. Like, all right, I'm gonna buy this $2,500 jacket and I'm gonna return it and they're gonna give me cash. All right.
If you don't mind, could you kind of like run down that feeling of like you at the register, and is there like a feeling of like, yo, I hope it.
All the time. It was heart pounding. But it was like, I guess because when I started, it was kind of like, it was light for me, so it wasn't really as scary as it ended up turning out to be. But like, it could get nasty.
I've heard some things.
I mean,
man.
It could get nasty. I mean, but just like I ain't gonna lie, you start to believe in that shit. Like, I had a fake ID, and the name on my fake ID, like, that's who I was. I had like a whole idea of myself. I mean, I had a whole idea. That shit was like really me.
That was
like,
really you. Okay.
Even from when I'm out, like, I'm telling bitches the name on my fake ID.
Wow. So you became that person.
I became that person.
That's wild, man.
I don't know if that happened for everybody, but this is just,
yeah.
Like, I was a nigga, like, I used to, like, only go into, like, Targets and Walmart. And I would dress up like I worked at Target. Like, it was, like, a few times niggas asked me to use a discount. Like,
for real?
Facts. Like, yo, you want to eat? Nah. No, thank you.
Yo.
I'll be back after my lunch break. Just buying this for my mom. It's her birthday.
And you ain't even working there.
I ain't working. I'm about to go to the next one.
This was something that you took on as like a 9 to 5.
Facts.
Do you put your heart into this shit?
It was my life at one point in time.
Walking away from it, was it hard?
Nah, because the risk started to outweigh the reward. Like, when I came back and I did that shit, it was like, this shit only working for how much? Like, niggas is doing what now? Pardon me, like, nah, that shit just, it became a lot for me. So then a lot of easier shit started popping up, but it's not that easy. Like, I don't know why people think scamming is easy. Like, that shit is not. It just look easy.
I think the way people perceive it on IG or, you know what I'm saying?
All you got to do is.
Yeah. You know, I think people kind of look at it, you know, imagery is everything, especially in our culture. You know what I'm saying? So if we see somebody, you know, looking a certain way, driving a certain car, nigga, they feeling like, oh, nah, I could do that shit too. You know what I mean?
And when they tell their ass they want to travel for some shit.
Exactly. And then it's all
niggas, those be the niggas that be telling on everybody. Like,
when the lights is on, it's different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were you said you were gonna title the EP "Get Well Soon."
Yeah.
Why that title?
My man gave me that title. My man gave me everything, bro. And I just never. I just take too long to fucking do something. He told me to do a mixtape with like old beats.
Yeah.
And then Fab did that shit. Yo, he told me to redo Streets is Watching, and then Meek Bucks did that shit. So.
That ever frustrate you though? You be feeling like, damn, some niggas done got to it before me?
It don't frustrate me because my shit is better.
There we
go.
Like,
no disrespect, but if I had the budget that them niggas had, like, we might not be here right now. For me, so I just feel like timing is everything. I mean, but I can't ever. I don't trip on what anybody else be doing, bro. Like,
got you.
I'm just so confident in my shit. Like, I'm confident in the work that I put in. Like, we talking about 10,000 hours, bro. You know, so it's like, I don't think no nigga work as hard as me. So when it come time for that work to show, that's when you gonna know for real. So I don't be tripping on what nobody did before me.
Your writing process, man. How would you say it take? Like, how long does it take you to knock a joint out or
it
come
depends.
on something?
You know, if I'm doing something for myself, I might write a verse like 3-4 times until it sound how I gotta sound.
3-4 times.
I be beating a dead horse. Pause.
Are you somebody there with you? Like, yo,
I've had niggas there with me. I mean, I might record some shit. It depends. It really depends on the beat for real. Because if the beat speak to me and it's like a vibe like that I got, then it's easy to write. Feel me? But if it's something where it's like it ain't really speaking to me and I don't like that, I'm gonna do it again. Or I'm gonna change this. I might not rewrite the whole shit, but I might, like, if we 8 bars in, we gonna scale back about 6 and just start from here.
That's interesting, man.
I mean, but yeah. I be playing around with it for real. I mean, I started trying to, after seeing that J. Cole interview where he doing the 7-minute drill.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that. For the record, I think Cole is motherfucking full of shit. Because to write a full verse in 7 minutes is crazy. But maybe that might just be me overthinking. Like, I'll be trying to write it, and then I get caught up on a word, and I'm like, damn, man, fuck the word. fuck the word. Like, nah. Like, I be having fights in my head about the word.
But you also overthinker.
Yeah. So maybe he not full of shit. I don't know.
So I mean, I ain't gonna say he not an overthinker. I'm pretty sure he has his moments.
Yeah.
But you did say you was an overthinker. So
I be like that.
So
I mean,
yeah.
But it's crazy though. Speaking on Cole, like I remember, I feel like when he did Middle Child, or when they did that whole rap camp shit, I was a part of that.
I was just about to man, because I know you say you're Cole full of shit. Yeah, I know the whole Dreamville thing. I know that's
So it was crazy. I got to sit in. I forgot what songs he was writing to, but he had T Minus the producer in there. This nigga's making 3 beats at one time, and Cole is writing 3 different verses. I feel like Cole was writing 3 different verses. Whatever T Minus was working on, Cole was writing to. And every time a nigga, like, I peeped, like, he was looking for a sound for one beat, and then he found the sound, but it went for another beat. And he would go back to the other beat. I'm like, oh, this nigga making 2 beats at one time? And I feel like Cole's just sitting there, he mad quiet. He just got his little notebook and shit. I'm like, yo, I couldn't never say nothing because at this point, I'm just a fly on the wall. I mean, LOL. But, I mean, it just being around that creative process in itself was just wild to see. But like niggas, everybody writing process is different, and just being able to see like one of the goats, like this nigga really doing that shit like that.
Wow, man. I know I seen another interview you did, man. 'Cause I know you was talking about how you was like pretty much you seen a lot. You seen Cole and Bars and all of them, how Dreamville kind of all came together. I know that shit is wild.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't even know, but like, a lot of it's heavily influenced by the town. Queens is heavily influenced with Dreamville.
Forest Hills Drive, like, what y'all think he talking about? Like,
right.
You know I mean?
Right.
Shout out to Boss, so that's my bro.
You ever has there ever been like an opportunity where you felt like you wanted to be a part of the team or actually be an artist there?
Yeah, for sure. Cause I like the environment that they create for me, but I've heard my name thrown around a few times, but it's like I said, timing is the only thing that really matter.
That's it.
And whether it's over there or if it's somewhere else, if that's where I'm supposed to be, that's where I'm gonna be at.
There you go, man.
Word.
Absolutely. When can we expect the new work from you, Fly? When can we expect some new projects?
I'm looking. It's looking like August.
Next month.
I mean, August, September, around that time. I really just gotta get these mixes. I gotta get these mixes back.
Okay.
But once I get the mixes back, I'm gonna probably know more. Word.
Well, we gonna be on the lookout for that, my man.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the town. We was able to definitely chop it up and get some shit going, man. Before I let you go, man, I usually ask every guest, man, to give us a gem before they get out of here. It could be a life gem. It could be a joke. It could be something, that we can walk out of here with like, yo, damn, okay. Fly gave us a good gem here. Yeah, you said a lot, though, but I definitely want to get a gem from you.
Definitely drop some gems in this joint, but shit. Fuck what niggas talking about, bro. Fuck what niggas talking about. If they ain't talking about what you want to talk about, go find some niggas that want to talk about what you talking about, bro. That's as simple as I could put it. Don't be a part of nobody conversation that's not conducive to your growth.
HipHopGemsTV, TGIFLY, Queens in the building.
Word. Fuck what niggas talking about.
Fuck what niggas talking about.
What niggas talking about.
I appreciate you, my man.
Nah, thank you for having me. Word.
You out of here.
What you watching? HipHopGemsTV?